င်္ဂလာပါခင်ဗျာအခုဒီနေ့ DVB ရုပ်မြင်သံကြားစီစဉ်မှာတွေ့ဆုံမေးမြန်းမြတ်သူကတော့နော်ဝေးလွှတ်တော်အမတ်အနေကဖြစ်ပြီးတော့သူဟာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်နော်ဝေးလွှတ်တော်နိုင်ငံခြားရေးနဲ့ကာကွယ်ရေးကော်မတီဥက္ကဋ္ဌဖြစ်ပါတယ်သူဦးဆောင်တဲ့အဖွဲ့ကမြန်မာနိုင်ငံကိုလာရောက်လည်ပတ်နေတာဖြစ်ပါတယ်အခုမြန်မာနိုင်ငံကိုလာရောက်လည်ပတ်တဲ့ခီးစဉ်နဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့တွေ့ဆုံမေးမြန်းဖြစ်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျာ Welcome to the DVB interview.
Thank you.
And welcome to Myanmar as well.
Thank you.
Firstly, I would like to ask you the purpose of your visit, why you are here.
We are parliamentarians representing 7 different political parties in Norway and being responsible for foreign affairs and defense. So we are here to experience. This is the first official parliamentary visit to Myanmar. So it's important for us to listen, to learn, and to talk to people with different background.
Yeah, I understand since you have 7 political parties in your committee, it might be difficult for you to express on behalf of everybody. So just want to ask, your party policy, your impression. How do you feel the changes in this country? So what is your impression?
There has been changes for sure. I mean, political prisoners are released. There has been better conditions for the press. There has been more easy for people to move and to get information from outside the world. So there is a strong pressure for further reforms, I think. And my view on this visit is to express that these changes must continue in order to develop a democracy.
Just want to clarify that the fact you mentioned that the media has been good. Of course, compared to the past, it is much better. But lately, the government has been arresting many journalists and putting them in prison up to 10 years. So, are you aware of this kind of disturbance situation in the media as well?
Yeah, we had a meeting about the press situation in Myanmar before we came down, so we are aware of the situation, and we have been talking about the importance of a free press in building a new democracy, because this is crucial to always have these critical voices in a society.
Within your stays in Myanmar, I believe you have met many important players of Myanmar politics. So who have you met so far?
Today we met Do Aung San Suu Kyi. She's an icon in Norway since she got the Nobel Peace Prize. So it was an honor to meet her. And we also met representative for 88 generation. We also met very many governmental official ministers. We met the Minister of Defense, since we also has the responsibility for Norwegian defense policy, and that was an interesting meeting. And we also met people from being responsible for the peace negotiations and the Minister of Economic Development.
I'd just like to follow up your point that you also met the Minister of Defense. Some European countries, UK in particular, they have been training Myanmar military. So is there any similar things you discussed with Minister of Defense when you meet them?
No, we didn't discuss training and those kind of issues, but we had a very fruitful discussion about the military's role in transforming the society. That was the main topics during our discussions.
Are they proactive in your opinion regarding how to take part in these changes?
It was a very good discussion we had, but I mean, if you look upon other transformation processes, there are always some people who are in favor of changes and others who want to resist changes. So our role today, and my role, was to express our strong support of further changes in the society.
And you also mentioned about the peace process. A lot of people in Myanmar are aware of that. Norway has been supporting Myanmar democracy movements long ago, and now you are also supporting peace building and things like that. So what is your impression regarding peace process in Myanmar that Norway has been playing a very important role in it?
I do support the government when it comes to this. It's important for us that there will be changes, and we will follow the process further on. So, speaking on behalf of the Labour Party, we do support the government, which is the main opposition party.
Yes.
And what was very important for me was to underline the fact that I am the chairperson of the Committee of Foreign Affairs and Defence. After losing the election, being a minister for 6 years, I went back to Parliament and got this position. And it's important for me to underline the importance to also include the opposition in policy making, because this is very deep in the Norwegian political system, and it must also be important for building the new society in Myanmar.
So you mean the inclusion of opposition in the policy making. Are you talking about Norway or talking about Myanmar or both countries?
I think it's important in both countries.
So after your visit, are you going to make some recommendations to your government regarding the should-be policy?
This is a message I've been giving to most politicians I met. The fact that I went out of the cabinet after losing the election together with the others in October, but still, I mean, I got this position as being the chairperson of the Committee of Foreign Affairs and Defence, and I think that underlined the importance in the Norwegian system of including the opposition, and the fact that the winner doesn't take it all. And this is also important, I think, in building a new democracy, that only the winner can't, I mean, take it all. You have to include, I mean, all groups, different groups in a democracy.
Yes. This government just came to power about less than a year ago, but you have been in government, and the Labour Party has been in government for a long time. So do you think the policy of current government is quite similar to that of your government?
It's impossible to compare Norwegian politics with the political discussion here. Is something completely else. You must remember that this year we are celebrating our 200th anniversary of our constitution. So it took like 200 years to build the Norwegian democracy, and you are in the beginning. So changes, I hope, will come, but it will also take some time.
I'd just like to follow your earlier point that, you know, in Norway, especially in Scandinavia, and your politics is compromised and inclusive. Here in Myanmar, people are marginalizing each other. That is the problem here. So I just wonder whether your engagement can also contribute to create similar political culture. Of course, not tomorrow, but in longer run. So in any way, you can have this kind of, you know, culture of inclusive.
I have to be careful by giving advices, because you can't really, I mean, compare two countries so far away from each other. But I think it's important in building a democracy that you include different groups, even the minorities. That you have a distribution of power, that you have a good distribution of economic the economic growth. So that's, I think, is important in the Norwegian society, but you can't, I mean, really compare it with the society here.
These are all I have to ask. I wonder, do you have any special message you'd like to deliver for the people of Myanmar?
I hope there will be changes, and from the Norwegian government and from my party, we will be following the process here very closely, because we have had a cooperation with the opposition for years, and we feel commitment to continue this peace process, because there will be obstacles, but we need to move forward.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.